What is going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of 407 Rangers. It is your host, Raymond Tapia. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and a comment. Turn on your notifications when I'm about to go live. You guys already know the procedure. Sorry for the delay yesterday, guys. I was all over the place. I was on Rangers Central, and then I was on other channels as well. So I was locked in, pretty much looking towards all the free agency stuff that was happening and things of that nature. So we got a lot to talk about. You guys already know Vincent Trocheck has officially been traded. Now we got Sean Dursey as a New York Ranger, and Marcus Pedersen is also a New York Ranger as well. Corpusalo, I still, that move was just why. Here's the thing: if you already have a backup goalie that's been fully developed and proven that he can play NHL hockey behind the net, why on God's green earth are you going to do some shit like getting another goalie? But of course, Chris Drury is gonna tell us he got Corpusalo for the experience. Like Dylan Garon didn't already play a couple of games and actually win you some games behind the net, proving to you that he can actually play NHL hockey. But of course, now it's gonna be a freaking back and forth battle between him and freaking Corpusalo. So that's gonna be interesting how that turns out. It's gonna basically be a battle between who gets the spot in the preseason for the backup goaltending, because obviously we can't have two goaltenders. Can't have three goalies, because if you have your third goalie going on the road, he's gonna be nothing but an emergency goalie. That's it. Like, he's not gonna even see the ice. He's gonna be there if both guys are hurt and they have to use him. So I don't know, man. That move just was crazy. But the Vinny Trocheck move, that one wasn't too bad as well. We actually got a good return from that. So we'll break down that trade first. Now I am gonna miss Vinny Trocheck because Vinny Trocheck was actually one of my favorite players to watch as far as the New York Rangers. Even when they were doing bad, at least Vincent Trocheck made it watchable. So yeah, Vinny Trocheck gets traded to the Utah Mammoth, and we got Sean Thursday, Cole Bolden, and a 2027 third round draft pick. So there's no telling if Chris Drury is going to either use that draft pick for an asset, or he's actually going to probably draft somebody in next year's draft class with that pick. So we'll see how that turns out. But all in all, not he got two bodies and a draft pick for Vinny Trocheck, so that's not bad at all. If you guys aren't familiar with Sean Thursday, he is a defenseman, and he's actually a really good one at that. He can actually pass the puck pretty good, and he can shoot it and score as well. So he's kind of a two-way defenseman. So it's going to be a good pairing to watch. I'm sure they're going to put Dursey and Marcus Pedersen in the same pair, but we'll see what happens. And of course, Marcus Pedersen was acquired for this one was like, man, this one better not bite us in the ass. So the Vancouver Canucks received the 2030 conditional first round pick for Marcus Pedersen, and if I'm not mistaken, it's a top 10 protected. So yeah, let's hope that doesn't bite us in the ass when the drafting happens. And Cole Bolden, he's pretty much an OHLer. He played for the Erie Colts. So if you're familiar with that team, that's the OHL. He's going to probably be playing in Hartford, or probably be going to training camp, and then we'll see what happens from there. And Johnny Brodzinski, as you guys know, he has moved on from the New York Rangers, and he is now with the Washington Capitals. Connor Sheary, no more nepotism from him. He's been moved on as well. So a lot has been going on as far as the offseason for the New York Rangers. But I'm also glad that this is all happening because we definitely needed a new core. You need something different because there's no way in hell you could run it back with the same core. Like Drury tried that in 2025. How did that turn out? Didn't even make the playoffs. With this core, now we actually have something watchable, and the team can actually like do something. Like they can actually go to the wild card, hell, even the playoffs. Now, as far as the division, if things go right, and all the new guys that are now New York Ranger players fit into the system and they adapt to it, that's when you can have some hope. Because now they're going to actually probably end up finishing third place in the Metro Division. I don't know about them being like second or first. The most realistic position I see them finishing is maybe third or fourth place, even fifth in the Metro. So if they can finish third in the Metro, that's a start. So we got to see how everything turns out so far with the New York Rangers. I do like how everything is looking so far as the offseason moves. Now it's all on what type of lineup are we going to get. Like, are you going to put Dvoriev and Miller and Mika on the first line? I don't know. I mean, that's going to be kind of a weird lineup. I would rather see the same line we had from last season, where you had Mika, Lafreniere and Perrault on the same line. That was a good line. So to me, that should be the first line because that line was doing the most scoring for the second half of the season. But we don't know yet exactly how Mike Sullivan's going to set up the lineup. Noah Laba, he's most likely going to be a third liner, which I wouldn't be too mad about it. I did like everybody loved how Noah Laba played last season. I did too, absolutely. So we got to hope that that's a sign that he's going to do the same thing next season as well because we don't know what we're getting out of every one of these players just yet. We don't know if they're going to still like be consistent, if some are going to regress, or like we don't truly know yet. But I am hoping for the best. I'm not trying to put none of that juju in the air and be like, oh man, we're gonna suck again. No, we actually are gonna look a lot more decent than last year. So I want to see them go further. But the thing is, right now with the free agency and everything that's going on, a lot of the other teams are also like getting themselves ready to be good. The Toronto Maple Leafs, they traded for Nick Paul, and now Frederick Anderson's going to the freaking Edmonton Oilers. He's going to be goaltending back over there, which I don't know why he did that. I mean, you won a championship with the Canes. I'm sure he was mad that he didn't like that he had to get rotated in the Stanley Cup Series, but it's like, my guy, if it wasn't for them rotating you, you would have not even gotten yourself a ring. But it is what it is. The Lightning also got John Carlson, so there's a lot going on, man, a lot. And Zach Werenski, I think he's gonna be staying with the Blue Jackets. I'm not too sure. And of course, you guys know Darnell Nurse and Jacob Trouba are now with the San Jose Sharks. I don't know how Jacob Trouba keeps getting contracts. I mean, the guy must be doing something right to be getting away with how he plays defense and still manages to get a freaking contract. So it is what it is. I don't know why Mike Greer did that move. That move made no sense. But hey, I guess they're gonna have another Trouba and Barclay Goodrow reunion happening. And then of course, freaking Scott Lofton, he re-signs with the Los Angeles Kings. And then Jacob Markstrom, he's now with the Florida Panthers, which I don't know why that. It is what it is. I mean, the Panthers still look like a scary team. They definitely still look like an absolute scary team. And of course, like there's just a lot going on, man, a lot. So the free agency is still happening too, but I'm not too sure exactly like what's Ovechkin just signed a 1 year deal, so he's gonna probably play hockey for one more season before he hangs it up, and he's gonna be back with the Capitals. I don't know why people thought Ovechkin was gonna be a Ranger. Are you crazy? Ovechkin would never do that. Alex Ovechkin would never put on a Rangers jersey. That's just nah. He hates us way too much to even do that. But man, so far, like I said, guys, I'm not mad at Chris Drury. The only move I'm mad at is the Corpusala one. That's the only one I'm mad at. Other than that, like, there's no reason for me to be mad. And of course, Sergei Bobrovsky, he's now going to be with the Maple Leafs as well. And I believe Anthony Stolarz, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if he went to the Panthers. Let me double check that because I do remember Anthony Stolarz did leave it. He left the Leafs, but I don't know where he went. I'm trying to remember because if I'm not mistaken, he did go to the Florida Panthers. So that's going to be kind of a weird situation. You got Jacob Markstrom and Stolars. Hmm, that's interesting. Now, Patrick Kane so far, he's still a free agent at Anthony Manta. I mean, I don't know, man. Bringing back Patrick Kane, you can do it, but it's just like he's not gonna give you what he did in 2023. Like we don't. He had 16 goals and 41 assists for the 2026 season with the Red Wings. So he had like pretty much 50 plus points for the season. So that's not too bad. But if you're gonna get Patrick Kane, like he's realistically like a third or fourth line guy with the way his age is going and how long he's been in the league so far. So if you do that, you're gonna have to figure out if he's gonna be a third liner or a fourth liner. That like that because there's no way you can put him on the top line. He's too old for that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane is a great player. We know what he's done with the Chicago Blackhawks. We know how good he was back then in his prime, and he still got a little motor in his engine. So I'm not disrespecting Patrick Kane in any sort of way, but you got to also understand he's 37 years old, guys. The guy is 37 years old. Like he's not in his 20s or early 30s. This guy's almost seeing 40. But he can still play, but it's like at that age, I don't know if you could be a second line guy. You're either going to be a third liner or fourth liner. With that age, you're definitely that's your spot. There's no way. Even with being Patrick Kane, like you're too old for that. Now, Patrick Laine, I think he's still a free agent as well. But honestly, the Rangers do need a forward, so I'd rather them get Anthony Manta because at least Manta ain't as old. He's 6 years younger. He's 31 years old, and he had 64 points last season. So he wasn't too bad for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So I want to see if they can acquire him. Now, everybody wants a Vladimir Tarasenko reunion, but I don't know if Vladimir Tarasenko is the solution. Even though he is a forward, and they do need a forward, I just don't know if he's going to give you what he gave us in 2023 as well. Because, guys, it's been 3 years. A lot can happen in 3 years, especially playing NHL hockey. Like, your body takes a toll and everything. So it's like a lot can happen in 3 seasons. So, like I said, I don't know if Tarasenko will be able to do what he did in 2023. He did play good with the Wild. He did finish with 23 goals and 24 assists in the regular season. So he wasn't too bad with the Minnesota Wild. Now everybody wanted Matt Zuccarello, but he's with the Kings now. So we're not getting a Matt Zuccarello reunion. The way it's looking with Chris Drury, it seems like to me he's looking towards a more younger kind of retool where like the oldest player is probably going to be like just now in their 30s or something like that. So we'll see how it turns out, but so far that's the picture that's being painted as far as the New York Rangers core. It's looking like we're gonna have a little more younger lineup, and the older guys are gonna probably be like more of the mentorship for these upcoming young players as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been happening so far as the New York Rangers. I mean, there's pretty much nothing else happening so far. I mean, I'm looking around, I'm looking through the apps, ESPN, and the NHL app itself, and things of that nature. But a lot hasn't happened so far. And I think yeah, Blake Coleman did get traded to the Minnesota Wild. That's been like the latest transaction so far. Nick Foligino, he signed with the Minnesota Wild. It's a 1 year, $900,000 contract. So you got that. And then Lusterinen, he signs an 8 year extension with the Panthers, so he's going to be sticking around. Nick Schwartz, he signed a 3 year deal with the Avalanche. And then, of course, John Carlson, he's with the Tampa Bay Lightning now. Signed a 2 year, $17 million deal. The Oilers, I guess they're doing a retool by signing Frederick Anderson and trading away Darnell Nurse. I'm surprised they got bodies for him. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm really surprised that they gave him a body. And of course, Brett Berard, he's with the Chicago Blackhawks now. which I hope for the best for Brett Berard because he was my favorite when he first got here. It just sucked that he didn't show what he showed the season prior this past season because I was rooting for him, but unfortunately, it just wasn't the same. So it is what it is. We'll see how it turns out in Chicago with Brett Berard. But like I said, I'm gonna be focused on the Rangers. Now I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This season, it is gonna be a busy one for me. I am gonna be giving you guys content still. But I'm also like in the works of trying to go back to New York City by next year. So I will be probably back in New York by spring or next summer. But I'm trying to get that in motion as we speak. So I'm gonna be a busy ass motherfucker this year, but I'm still gonna give you guys content despite all that. I'm still gonna watch the Ranger games and everything else. Still gonna be giving you guys highlights and all that. But I just want to let you guys know I'm gonna be a very occupied man this year because I'm gonna be in the works of transitioning to another state, going back to where it all started. And if I do, I am gonna most likely change the name too. Like it'll probably be like 718 Rangers, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. I'm still gonna keep it Orlando, Florida, until my 2 feet are actually in New York City. Then I'll switch the name up and things like that. But yeah, this it's gonna be a busy season for me, trying to keep up with the Rangers and also get this as well. Oh, what's going on, Skull? Yeah, man, I'm unk as fuck, bro. I turned 37 in 10 days. Yeah, your boy's turning 37, guys. I forgot to tell you guys that as well. My birthday's around the corner. I'm probably not gonna be doing shit, just keeping up with this off season. But yeah, your boy turns 37, so I'm getting old. I may not look old, but I am getting old. I am absolutely getting old. But yeah, man, I'm gonna probably see what else is going on so far. Let me look around hockey Twitter because I've been on the group chat talking with Louis, Lafreniere, with Lafreniere MVP, guys like that. And also, if you guys want to check like the Rangers Central video from, check that out as well. I was actually on fire in that video. Shout out to Evan, Carlson, and Matt and everybody on that channel. It was a blast being on the free agency watch with them and things like that. Like you guys will see, like when I use that when I'm on the channel, I'm on my personal channel, so I don't use the 407 channel. A lot of the times, if you see me on other Ranger channels, I'm on my other personal YouTube account. It's like my Ray Tapia channel. So that one is just some bullshit personal account. Nothing special about it. It's just like a couple of basketball clips from when I was playing basketball, and that's about it. So, yep. But if you guys are on the chat, feel free to hop on. Let me know what you guys think about the Rangers moves and things like that. But yeah, I see you, Sko. I see you in the chat, Sko. I see you, bro. Shout out to Skull. This man is from East New York, guys. This crazy motherfucker wanted me to visit him in East New York when I was visiting New York City for a week. And I'm like, bro, you want me to die? East New York, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll probably get there eventually. But right, I don't know. East New York's kind of crazy, guys. It's a crazy borough in Brooklyn. And I used to live in Brooklyn. I was in Flatbush with all the Caribbean guys, and I still didn't go to East New York. I was like, nah, not going to East New York. That's a death wish. But yeah, shout out to Skull. He's also a Mets fan as well. So if you guys are Mets fans on this channel, y'all give a shout out to Skull. He's a Mets fan as well. I ain't gonna lie, anybody on this channel that's rooting for the Mets, you guys are brave motherfuckers. Even though the Yankees ain't doing no better, we lost like 8, 10 in a row. We've been ass. So New York baseball as a whole, that's just not been it so far. So it is what it is. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm just all over the place. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on. Like there's a lot going on in Discord, the Twitter. Man, you know what I'm hoping for, guys? Braden Schneider. If Braden Schneider gets traded, guys, I'm getting some champagne today. We're gonna celebrate. Cause Vince McCarliago, man, that guy right there. Somebody take away his fucking phone. This man has been talking a lot out of his ass, man. So this is what he said so far about the Braden Snyder situation. He said, have the chances of Braden Schneider sticking around increased? Drury. Because also, Chris Drury is having a Zoom meeting with, I guess, Molly Walker and Vince McCarliaglo as well. So I'm going to probably give you guys the quotes and statements from Chris Drury himself. Because even though he did good moves, this guy still like puts himself in a shell. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. So Chris Drury pretty much told Vince, we think Braden is a really good, young, talented defenseman. Obviously, we drafted him, developed him. We like the skill set and what he does for us. I know along with me and us are just trying to do everything we can to be better and help him be better. But he's an exciting player and a terrific all-around high-character person. So it's like, okay, are you trying to glaze him, or like, are you just trying to beat around the bush and not tell them like, yeah, I'm gonna trade Braden Schneider, but I'm just not gonna say it to his face that he's getting traded. That's the fucking vibes I'm getting, man. I lived in the Bronx. No, I was not in the Bronx, man. Listen, Skull, I was in Washington Heights, right over there by Sherman and Academy, right by Dykeman. Yes, the Bronx is right next to Washington Heights, but I was not in the Bronx like that. I was in Washington Heights. The only reason why I go to the Bronx, the only reason why I was in the Bronx is because you gotta get, in order to get to Washington Heights, you gotta go through the Bronx. The Bronx is right next to the Heights. Like, there's no escaping that. You gotta take the Bronx to get to the Heights. Like, the way I did it, I took either the Metro North, got off on University Heights, either walked next couple blocks down to get to Sherman and Academy, whatever the fuck, or like I did the extra shit where like I'll take the bus, get the 242nd, and then hop on the one train and again go over the bridge and get off on either 207 or Dykeman, and then I'm already in the Heights. So that's where I was at in New York. I was mostly chilling in the Heights a lot. Like, I got a lot of family there, guys. So I get it. Washington Heights is ghetto, but guys, that's my home. Like, Washington Heights is home for me. That place is not no trenches or the jungle. When I'm in Washington Heights, guys, it's like I'm living in a video game. Dead ass. Like, I just be chilling. I be chilling in Washington Heights, man. It's Skull talking about still dangerous. Listen, I was outside on Sherman at 3:30 in the morning, sitting in a stoop, and no one bothered me. No one. Like, my family is big out there. Like, I got family in like damn near 2, 3, or 4 fucking blocks alone in Washington Heights. I used to live in Dykeman and Broadway, right by the park. So my family's been around that part of New York for a long fucking time. They've been there probably since the 70s. So as far as like ancestors, dinosaurs, yes, absolutely. I'm a Dykeman dinosaur the way everything's set up for me over there. That's why I'm trying to, go back. Because when I went there, I was like, man, I love Orlando, Florida to death, but my God, the energy I'm getting up here is exactly what the fuck I needed. Like, you guys don't understand. I know people like, yo, going to New York for a vacation is crazy. I went there for the parade. People thought I was playing. When that Game 5 buzzer went off, I was already on the phone, booking the flight and everything. I was not playing about that. So, yeah, I'm a real Knicks fan. Absolutely. But, yeah, if anybody ever want to, like, see me when I'm physically in New York, you can always catch me and watch the Heights. You will not get touched. I'm talking about the whole audience that subscribed to this channel. If you guys ever go to watch the Heights with me, I promise you will not get fucked with. Like, you're good. You're good, man. You're good, guys. I promise. If you're next to Raymond Tapia in Washington Heights, no one's going to mess with you. Because, like, my cousin alone already, they call that motherfucker Biggie, man. They call my cousin Biggie on the block. So it's like, everybody know my family. I'm telling you, my family is known. So if you want to feel safe in Washington Heights, you just got to go with your boy. That's it. I promise. I'm not even exaggerating, guys. You will feel safe if you come with me to Washington Heights. That's how, like, established everything is for me over there. And mind you, I ain't living in Washington Heights since the '90s, and I'm still everything's still the same for me. And it's 2026, man. I was just out there. It's still the same shit, just a lot more modern things going on in Washington Heights. That's it. But I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, when I'm up there, I'm gonna be catching the Ranger games physically. Give you guys like actual real life highlights when they actually score a goal or some shit like that. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for what's to come. But we are still gonna lock in and focus on the New York Rangers because that's what this channel's about. Even though I just gave you guys a whole like breakdown of what you can do with me and Watch Heights, this is a New York Rangers channel. But so far, guys, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. I'm seeing the group chats. Like, I haven't seen anything yet. It was just Vince Rocagliano saying, like, Brandon Schneider might get traded. But there's also talks that everybody wants to hold Jason Robertson. I don't know if Jason Robertson is going to land here, man. Because if I'm not mistaken, Chris Drury only has like $9 million left on the cap room. So with $9 million, you can only get yourself a couple of rentals. I don't know if like Jason Robertson is willing to take a $9 million deal when he already like turned down the offer from the Dallas Stars. So we'll see how that turns out. But I'm gonna keep you guys up to date with what else happens throughout the free agency. So far, that's all that's happened. We just got a couple of picks: Corpusalo, Sean Dursey, Marcus Patterson, Cole Ballin, like young guys. And then you guys already know training camp's right around the corner too for the New York Rangers. So you guys are gonna see a lot more upcoming prospects that are gonna be in the AHL. You're gonna see them gain more opportunity, like Raul Boyard. He might get a shot in the NHL this season because he's been in with the Wolfpack last season, and if I'm not mistaken, the season prior, he was like a part of the rookie camp and all that. So you might see him soon. Nathan Espinal, if I'm not mistaken, he's about to get an opportunity to play. EJ Embry, I don't know what's going to happen yet, if he's going either back to college or if he's going to just go ahead and get into the AHL and get his ice time over there. So Malcolm Spence is another one as well. I think he's going to probably play one more year in college before he goes into the NHL. We'll see how that turns out. But as always, guys, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate your support on the chat, Skull. Shout out to Skull22 and everybody else on this live that hopped on and hit the like button as well. Your support is always greatly appreciated, guys. And I'm going to keep you guys up to date with what else happens throughout the off season and today, obviously. So I'm going to be on the phone, pretty much on the radar, figuring out what more transactions Chris Drury is going to be doing and things like that. I'm definitely excited for the next upcoming season. We're finally not going to be ass, so I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be some watchable hockey for once. We're going to get some watchable hockey once again, guys. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Am I optimistic as well? Absolutely, because now, like, we're not going to be asked. And we can actually either make the wild card or even go into a playoff push. So depending on how things turn out and how deep the regular season goes, we also got to try to keep up with the Florida fucking Panthers because, my God, that team looks fucking scary. The Florida Panthers look scary all over again. The Capitals, they got better themselves too, so we're going to have a lot to deal with in the East. I'm not going to hold you guys. So it's going to be interesting how the Rangers keep up with the rest of the Eastern Conference this season because the free agency and offseason is not even over yet. So, and a lot has already happened. Like, you're going to see a whole different Eastern Conference with all the other teams. The only team that hasn't done anything yet is freaking the Detroit Red Wings, which is absolutely diabolical and bonkers that Steve Eisenman still has a fucking job. I don't know how that man has a job. Like, he's getting away with capital murder the way he's been running that organization, man. But shout out to you guys. I'm going to keep you guys up to date later on today. And as always, y'all hit that like and subscribe. I always appreciate y'all for tuning in and watching. And let's go Rangers, and I'll see you guys in the next one.